Today it's Wednesday, February 5th, 2025. I haven't even done the 50% of the preparation. I haven't sent nothing at the machine shop. Okay, I didn't get the green light, sorry. And to be honest, I had the second thoughts of sending it at the machine shop. I might do it here. Okay, this is a short, I'm gonna finish with that. What's the thing? I get some measurements where it's supposed to be. I get that yesterday actually, and I was thinking this all night. See what's the catch. The bore here, the depth of the hole that has here, it's exactly the same how much the threads. This here, this flaring that has the bolt at this point, it has to come exactly top. You can do that when you're tapping it. You can count how many turns has here, not the pitch, how many turns, and when you tap it, to stop on the exact same position. So to stop on the upper threads, to stop here, to stop the threads, and to stop also down. It's welcome, if you're asking me. It's not good to go more down, to drill it more down, or to keep it more high. All right? And at the end, when we're gonna torque down the nut, it's supposed to be face, like this. As per my measurements, this is how it's supposed to look like. It's gonna be very helpful if we had an Allen bolt here, but it doesn't. That means I have to install the stud and then put the cylinder head. I can do it. I can put the housing for the sleeves, then put a double nut here to tighten it down. It's supposed to be nice, okay? We're gonna see about that. That's for the stud. This is for the stud. All right, forget about that. Still, till now, I haven't get the green light to prepare to drill and tap the block and oversize the hole, the bore on the cylinder head, on the housing for the cylinders. That's one thing. Second thing, I said, okay, what needs to be done needs to remove the valve springs, to strip off the cylinder heads. All right, and that's what I'm doing. I have here exhaust side, intake side. Before I show you guides and how it looks like, first thing first, it was not like that, the valves. All right, from this side it was clean. Let me show you. I clean one to see. Let me show you the second one, how does it look like. This is, like I said, they put it in a dry, not a dry ice, sorry. They put it in an ultrasonic cleaner. They didn't dry it before. That's why you have these kind of things. And the most important thing, it start coming, it's not taking it all out, obviously, because you're gonna trap some air inside when you put it in an ultrasonic bath, all right? So that's how it was. This is how it's supposed to be, how we're gonna do it actually, all right? That's the difference. You can still see the numbers, the part number, it's there. All right, I didn't sand it by any means. I didn't grind it or whatever. All right, it just disappeared the numbers, the part number that you see over there. All right, I'm talking about this one. All right, that's one thing. This is how it looks like. The intake before I even touch it, that's how I receive it. There is also worse than this. And this is the, let's get any exhaust. I want to show you also the rust that has. And this because I put it inside, wipe it. Yeah, all right. That's the exhaust. All right. And this is after I clean it. I didn't lap it yet. Not either the intake or the exhaust. I haven't lapped it yet. And you see some small imperfections that this, by lapping it, it can come beautiful. Now, that's how this looks like from down. You can still see the part number. I saw it yesterday. There is in one spot. Never mind. Okay. So, it's here. This is here. Keep it in order. Yeah, fine. Nothing to do with the valves for now. Then, valve springs. Fully rusted. On a high revving engine, actually in any engine, it's not good to have springs it's rusty like this. I mean, I can put it on a rust remover, keep it there, let us say, for a couple of days, all right, it will gonna clean. After that, as soon as you're gonna get clean the springs, you're gonna see on them some small dots. This is a point of failure, because you're gonna disappear the rust, and then you're gonna see the bare metal, and as soon as you're gonna remove the rust, you're gonna see some small things on the coil, on the spring. But this is not okay. It's not like that you're gonna load the spring and you're gonna stay loaded steady. You have heat cycles, you have vibrations all the time, opening, closing. It's, to me, if it was my engine, I'm not gonna use these springs, I'm gonna get the new ones. Not because of the tension, I haven't get a measurement yet. I didn't get any measurements from the valve springs. But I'm talking about the rust. That's what I'm talking about. I will gonna put it in a rust remover to see how it's gonna end up, looks like at the end, at least. But that's not okay. That's why I'm saying better leave it with oil on it. You're not gonna come like that, than to have it at this state. You know, there is, even this is worst. Where I'm pointing, I'm not watching through the phone. All right, that's not okay. That's not okay. If it was an old engine from 60s and was, yeah, you might say, okay, fine, but this is not an old engine, you know. So again, you try to wash something and you make it worse. It's not the ideal, right? I hope to go away this marks. Okay, to the point. This is not a big deal. Okay, worst case scenario, we're gonna need the valve springs, right? Okay, fine. I am gonna, like I said, I am gonna put it inside of the rust remover to see how it's gonna end up, how it's gonna looks like. Forget about the valves, nothing wrong with that. I can handle it. Like I show you, the exhaust, all of them are gonna end up like that. The intake is gonna end up like that, plus the lapping. All right, none of them is being lapped. Then let me show you something. I have here this tool. This is for the whole cage. All right, fine. I'm not touching it at all. The adjustment is from back over here. All right, I'm not gonna touch this adjustment. I just wanna show you that I'm coming here on the guide for the exhaust at this point. 1 second. I'm gonna hold there to be able to show you. You see that it's not entering inside at this point. It's not entering also like that. I'm checking 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock there, and here it's 9 and 3 o'clock, all right? Like this, 9 and 3 o'clock, 12 and 6 o'clock. This is the exhaust, by the way, all right? Now, let's do the same thing on the intake. On the intake, I can put it inside at 12 and 6 o'clock. I can put it inside like that, 12 and 6 o'clock, and 9 and 3, I cannot put it. It's not entering. That means became like an egg down here. Same story here. No, this is a little bit worse, because here I can put it 9 and 3, but doesn't go more in. 12 and 6, it goes much more in. Same thing here. Now, if I get this tool and I put it here, wakey, 1 second, let me turn it on. All right, turn on. Currently it's at 6.1 millimeters, all right? If I put it here inside, oh, come on. You see, it's a little bit greater than 6.1 millimeters that I can enter it in the guide, all right? Then, let me get the intake valve and measure it. I want to show you here. .5970 at this point here where I am, all right? Yeah, I was expecting that. It's just only to put on the video. And here up that it doesn't step into the guide. Just a second. 5972. This is here up where it's outside of the guide. The travel is here. It's not so high. All right, you cannot compress the spring that much. Fine. The valve doesn't have any problem, if you're asking me. The valve is on specs. And the same thing also for the exhaust. I'll have already measured it. Just to see visually what's going on with the guides. It's all over the place. It's even much worse than the previous Porsche engine that I was building. I mean, let's see that on this one as an example. I don't even have to measure it. Let's see, just for comparison, let's put one exhaust, the exhaust to see the difference, because the exhaust it's okay, yeah, alright, it's okay, it's much better. Keep in mind that you're gonna expand more than the inlet valve, than the inlet valve, exactly. So the exhaust is gonna expand a little bit more because it's hot. It's much more hot than the intake, alright? You see, it's acceptable. It has run out, but nothing compared to the intake, to the inlet valve. I mean, for me, for my eyes, all the inlet guides, all the guides for the inlet valves need to be replaced. That's for me, all right? That's me. This is gone. Then, see what's happening when you're cleaning it and you're not making it dry. You see the rust? Isn't that amazing? You know who has to remove this rust and pray it don't have any problem with the seat? Me. This who has to lap the valve, clean it, remove the rust first, and then lap the valve and hope that it's gonna go away. Like I said, much better to keep it with the carbon, with the oil, than to put some water and then you have this kind of things. Yeah, no, they try to make it clean, but trying to make it clean, you cause different problems, like the valve springs, like the valve seats. The valve guides, nothing to do with the ultrasonic cleaner, all right? I'm not saying that, I'm not blaming them, but for the rust on the valve springs and the valve seats, you know who to blame, all right? That's the video now. It's, once again, the most videos, 99% of the time, it's for the owners to see what I have in front of me and to explain what's my next step. I repeat again myself. Once for the stud, to use this stud, I have to machine the block here, and most probably I'm gonna do it. I need the green light for that. Valve springs, if you're asking me, I need a new one. I don't want to reuse this one. Intake valve guides, we need to order a custom valve guides and to change all the intake inlet valve guides, for me at least. I can close this, I cannot guarantee nothing. Actually, I'm not guaranteeing anything about anything with these things. It is what it is. I can guarantee this, that pistons, connecting rods and sleeves, they will never gonna have any problem. That's for sure. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna find the torque limitation, the limit of the torque of the crankshaft itself or on the block, but the stud, what you see, the M12 stud, a piston connecting rod and sleeve, it's gonna be there. All the rest now, the crankshaft, engine block, and all the rest, you can explode it. You can split it in half if you want to. Especially if you use the OEM studs, what it has for the block. I mean, it's all about pressures, right? All right, that's what I have to say. I'm continuing with the other cylinder head. Let me take care of the valves. It's not now the time. I'm gonna keep it here because I want to know which valve springs are for the exhaust, which ones for the intake. It doesn't matter. You can tell me, yeah, okay, keep it together for now. Keep it together for now. I have prepared a couple of things, but I haven't finalized it yet. All right, this is not done. Neither this. Also, this is not fully done. Keep it there for now. What else? I need also to prepare. I remove also the studs from the other half of the block. Where did I put them? I put them over there. I have it here. I have lost a couple of bolts, couple of things. I put it over there. I have the hydraulic lifters here. The 3 spark plugs from one cylinder head. The hydraulic lifters doesn't matter where you're gonna put it. As soon as, if you measure the, where I have it? I have it. I think I have it over there. Yeah. As soon as you measure the bore here and you find it the same in all of them, you can place it wherever you want. If you see any bore that it's oversized, then you have to get measurements from the hydraulic lifters. It's exactly the same thing like the Mo56, like any engine that's using either, example, like the Jaguar engine, all right, that has a flat tappet, like this one. This is not hydraulic, this is mechanical, but again, the same thing. You measure the bore and you see how much the size of the pocket to see the clearance, because it's not expanding, the aluminum, it's expanding much more than the pocket itself, than the hydraulic lifter. It's different materials, all right? Especially if it's coated. Lovely. Did I make myself clear? I hope. We're gonna inform also the owner through the phone. I'm gonna mention again this one. It's not only on the video. I'm repeating myself 10 times to be sure that we are on the same page. All right. That's it. Thank you very much. Let me continue. I have also here the oil pump. Yeah. All right. Keep it there for now. Moving on. Wish me luck to clean this mess without hurting the surface. If you didn't have the water, it's gonna be like this. On this one, they did a good job. They blow with air, they make it dry, and it looks much better. All right, but not on this. Maybe they wrap it with nylon or something and it stays some water. At least blow with air very well to make it dry. That's my advice. Over and out. Thank you. Again, 18 minutes I'm talking. God damn. All right.